everyone, today we're talking about winter tree identification. Identifying trees, especially deciduous trees, in the winter can be tricky since their leaves are not there, but we can look at other features of the tree to determine the species. One of the first tricks that we want to look at, or key features, is the branching pattern. So I have a branch from the tree that I'm standing next to, and as we look at this branch, you'll notice that there are smaller branches coming off in an opposite pattern, meaning if there's one, it has a friend on the other side. Now there are a couple spots on this branch where you'll see that it doesn't have a buddy, probably because it broke off at some point as the tree was growing. So as you look at a tree, if it has any opposite branches, it's considered having opposite branching. Now there are trees in Wisconsin, many of which have an alternate branching pattern like on this branch. So you'll notice as we look up the tree, or up the branch, that they don't have any buddies, right? They're all kind of in an every other pattern. So this is considered alternate branching. So the tree that I'm next to has opposite branching, and in Wisconsin there's an acronym to help you remember what species have opposite branches. And that acronym is MAD HORSE. M stands for maple, A for ash, D for dogwood, and horse for horse chestnut. So we already know that this tree is one of those species, but we have to look at other features to figure out which one. Another thing to look at would be the bark of this tree. The tree has gray bark. You'll notice that it has some fissures or some cracks in it. If this tree were younger, its bark would probably be more smooth. Another key feature, and this is really the one that helps me know what it is to look at the buds. So again, we're going to go back to the branch and take a look at the tips, or where the small buds are growing, and you'll notice that they're red. Knowing all of these things in combination, the red buds, the opposite branches, and this gray bark with some fissures, tells me this is a red maple tree. What's really great about red maples is there's always red on them at some point in the year, so it's a really easy one to figure out. The buds are red in the winter. When the leaves come out, the stem of the leaf is red, and in the fall, when the leaves change color, they turn to red as well. Something else that's really interesting about red maples is they're an excellent food source in the spring, particularly because they bloom early. They're a great food source for pollinating insects. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you learned something.